Alright, let's see here. Now I'm back. Had a little computer issue, but I'm going to try to roll through these last three games pretty quick. So, in this one, we got Mac versus Chuck. Chuck coming out on top with a 198. That's awesome. It's always nice to almost break 200. Even better to break 200, but you're pretty much guaranteed to win if you're scoring that many points. But bad break for Mac here with Russell Wilson going off for 51 points. That's huge. He had a nice second half that really had him going off. Chris Carson, not sure what the start thought was there, other than you don't really have anybody else to run at the flex position. Because I'd run Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones. If you could find somebody for that flex position, look out. And especially if Diggs gets going, man, he has been dreadful this year. Stephon Diggs just has got to get going for your team to go anywhere. Uh, I mean, just look at this. That's unacceptable from Diggs. He one reception, 49 yards. That's just ludicrous. His targets are inconsistent. They got to get him going. Once he gets going, I think your team is something to look out for. Darren Waller especially. Darren Waller is an absolute beast. Might be the steal of the draft. Dude has been on fire, just absolutely killing it this year. Definitely one of the best tight ends along with Evan Ingram. Just absolutely murdering it this year. Don't know if you're streaming defenses or whatnot here, but don't. The Bills are they're the Bills. They're 3-0. Y'all need to go out and look for that video of that dude blowing his face up. It's hilarious. I might have already said that. I think I did. But Robbie Anderson. The only reason you start Robbie Anderson is if you are playing Brooks. You play Brooks, you start Robbie Anderson. It's awesome. You're guaranteed to win. He loves it. It makes for a good week. Geronimo just not doing anything this year. They thought it was going to be a breakout year. It hadn't been. But he might be the key to Aaron Rodgers bouncing back. Justice Hill, if Ingram's still there, that dude is a beast right now. Don't really know what got him going, but Ingram's killing it. Melvin Gordon coming back kills Justin Jackson. Mecole Hardman, that might be your flex. I mean that's got to be something you're looking into. Tevin Coleman is an injury away from being the guy, I guess, but I don't know. Darwin Thompson, uh, he's one of those Kansas City guys. He could go off one week or whatever, but and then N'Keal Harry, not really sure. I guess you're thinking maybe you're going to keep him next year for something. Not really sure why you're hanging on to him right now. Jump over here to the explosion of 198 by Chuck. And Jameis getting 34, that's got to be an anomaly. That dude, if he's putting up 34 a week, that'll surprise me. Zeke getting 18.9 is actually lower than what he was projected. Didn't get in the end zone. That was his big killer. And Lindsey, that dude is killing it right now. That dude, if he can keep going, 29, I mean, if you get 20 out of him, 18, you're going to be good. Keenan Allen is off to a hot start, 46.6. That's killer. Allen Robinson, 12. Greg Olsen, that's a surprise. I guess no one thought he was going to come back and do anything. The dude's actually put up really good numbers. Frank Gore, 16.9. You can't expect that out of him every week, so I don't know if you got a better option down here. Maybe run dual tight ends. That'd be interesting. Peterson just didn't get it going. Valdez Scantling, also another one of those. Boom. He booms or busts. Him along with Geronimo, they were kind of going to be the guys this year to go off, but really it's been not very good. But that goes along with Aaron Rodgers. He hadn't been Aaron Rodgers yet, so Sanu being the third wide receiver, I guess him getting that 13.7 makes up for Calvin Ridley, but I don't see you being able to start him either. Chris Thompson, that dude's been putting up solid numbers each week. But you got Zeke and Lindsey. You ain't even thinking about starting him. That's for sure. AJ Green coming back. That's gonna, yeah. I mean, that shores up your roster when AJ Green comes back. And if he is AJ Green, that is a roster to look out for. 1-2 right now, but man, I see a rebound coming for him. He's gonna be all right. Chuck's gonna be all right. Mac's another team that's awesome. He's gonna find a way to keep his team going. But yeah, looking at that game, that was a barn burner for sure. Let's move on to Christopher and Jeremy. Jeremy falling to 0-3. A pretty close game. I mean, really the closest game we had. Baker, that's really your killer right now is Baker. Everybody's so high on Baker. I didn't believe it. I mean, he's still a Cleveland Brown, but the weapons he's got around him, if he can figure it out, 11 will be a low for sure. David Johnson. I was afraid of David Johnson. Not real sure how I felt about him going into this year. Just couldn't risk it, so I stayed away from him. But man, he's putting up good numbers if he stays healthy. That's the thing. He hadn't been healthy all year already, so we'll see. Kamara is Kamara. That is. Hope he doesn't do that against the Cowboys. That's all we can hope for. Hopefully Cooper can do that against New Orleans. That'd be nice. That dude's been awesome. He goes as far as Dak goes. We're really going to see how good they really are in the next coming weeks. They played 3 really bad teams. So hopefully they are the real deal and they figure it out. But we'll find out this week against the New Orleans defense that actually put up pretty good numbers. Chris Godwin, that dude is a home run hitter. So he's I mean, below his projections, but he could have gone off. Can always go off. O.J. Howard has been abysmal to this point. Everybody thought he was going to be high, but he hadn't been that hot. David Montgomery's been a real surprise this year. Didn't really even think about him, truth be told, but I mean, he's only averaging 10 points, but really coming on after week 1, where he saw his carries triple from week 1 to 2, which his yards tripled. So a touchdown right there. I mean, the dude's getting touches, so it'll be interesting to see him going forward if he can keep it going. Josh Gordon, I mean, come on, dude. Why is Josh Gordon on your bench? They lost AB. That dude, that's the dude that's going to carry you places, surprisingly. I stayed away from him. I think he's a toke away from being done in this league, but for those that did take him, they're liking it right now with AB going out. Emmanuel Sanders kind of falling off the face of the earth, really. I don't know. I mean, he hadn't really done much, I don't think. Oh, I say that. He's got 28 and 19. I guess he just fell off the face of the earth this week. Curtis Samuel, I don't know. A number 2 receiver, but putting up 16.3. I mean, that's nice. Your bench put up really good numbers. Terry McLaurin, maybe this is the rookie that had a touchdown. Yeah, this is him. 5 receptions and a touchdown in every game as a rookie. It's the first person to do that in 3 straight games as a rookie. It'll be interesting to see him going forward on a terrible team with a below average quarterback, I'd say. Ty Montgomery, he's a Jet. So Daniel Jones, that'll be interesting. That'll be fun to watch, the project with him. But I guess maybe you pull the trigger and start him over Daniel Jones. Deshaun Watson is always going to put up big numbers. You like seeing that. This is where I have a huge problem. New England running backs, you never know which one's going to do it. One of them's going to do it, but you never know which one. And when him only putting up 7, I guess they almost met the projections together, but that's tough. Still pulled out a win with it, but Michael Thomas, I don't feel like he hadn't had one of those huge games, but man, that's solid. That's solid there. T.Y. Hilton, surprisingly still putting up numbers with Brissett. Everybody thought he was going to fall off with Brissett, but he's still putting up solid numbers. George Kittle, uh, some people thought he was the number one tight end in the league coming in. I don't know. I didn't get it. Nelson Aguilar, that's a good start there with Alshon out. Aguilar picked it up. They still lost, but who cares about that? They're the Eagles. We don't care about them, right? Texans D, 7 points. Again, I don't know. Texans, the Chargers offense, it seems like they're going to put up numbers. And then Jake Elliott, rolling with your Philly boys. But Jarvis Landry, he's Baker. I think Baker gets stuck on OBJ and doesn't want OBJ to be the prima donna that he is. So he's stuck on him. And although his targets are out of control, they aren't good targets. Watching their games, they aren't good targets. They're just throwing in the vicinity of him. He has no chance on some of them. So I don't believe in all his targets, although if Baker gets it locked in on Jarvis, it'll be good. Let's see. Kenny Stills, Houston. I mean, that's a you aren't going to get that out of him every week. Darren Sproles, dude's old, and I don't know how much they're going to use him there. But Steelers D versus San Fran. I don't know why you have a defense on your benches, guys. That's what is that good for? But then again, what are all benches good for? Nothing at all if you don't start them. And last but not least, my game with Jacob. Jacob, what are you doing? You have to pay attention on Sundays and see who's playing and who's not. James White did not play. That is why the other two running backs did have good numbers. But I don't know if you had a chance or not, but that hurt you. Dak, right on his numbers. They'll go as far as Dak takes them. I don't know. I'm still not sold on him. We'll see these next few weeks, though. Play some good defenses, put up good numbers, and change my mind. I hope you do. Le'Veon underperformed. Leonard Fournette underperformed. Robert Woods underperformed. Marquise Brown underperformed. The only one that didn't, Delaney Walker. And if he's your only one that's beating his projections, you're not going to win any games. Look down here on your bench. Man, kind of surprised Randall Cobb only had that many. But Josh Allen, Jalen Sam, Pittsburgh is just so bad right now. It's not good. Then over here I got Tom Brady. Still doing Tom Brady things, beating his projections. Josh Jacobs. After week 1, I was like, yes, I got Josh Jacobs. It's going to be good. I was kind of questioning myself drafting him in the first place, but it has literally gone downhill from there. It's bad. I don't know. They cut his carries in half from week to week. It's not good. I'm hoping he can turn it around considering I have Eckler here. Try to get Melvin Gordon from Brooks so I could replace him if they do throw him in there and let Melvin Gordon be Melvin Gordon. But it wasn't going to work out. He was one Julio Jones, and I thought about it. And, yeah, keeping him next year would have been nice. The next year would have been nice, but I just can't give up the number one receiver in the league in Julio. Thought about OBJ, but I'm sure you don't want OBJ because you're a hater because I have OBJ, but whatever. Zach Ertz, here's 0 touchdowns. That's what's killing him right now compared to what he did last year, the numbers he put up last year, but keeping him as deep down as I did, no problem there. And my other keeper, Tyler Lockett, like I was trying to tell Brooks, the dude's got 28 targets. It's just solid numbers across the board, but he doesn't see it. He thinks he's trash. Doesn't know why he's on my roster. Don't know why he's starting. Whatever. But, I mean, the dude had 35. I'll take it. Get the dub. Marvin Jones went off this week. I guess with Galladay not really doing much, Marvin Jones is there to pick up the slack. Ito Smith didn't do anything. He got hurt. He got hurt early in the game. Golden Tate, I guess Brooks thinks that's my best player. He's on my bench, suspended, so whatever. He comes back in a couple of weeks. Don't really know where I'm going to put him. I ain't starting him over any of those three unless he's on bye, so I've got a good bye receiver to roll through there. My running backs are where I'm weak at. I have no more depth after trading Marlon Mack away. But anyways, that does that. Let's go on to our matchups this week. We see me and Christopher. It'll be fun to watch that one. Deshaun Watson, he can go off at any time. Michael Thomas. We've both got players that can just absolutely go off, so there's no telling. It's a toss-up, I think, on that one. I don't think he scores that little of points. Close game here. After almost putting up 200, 135, I mean, that'd be solid. But I'm sure he's hoping for more there with Zeke. Ricky Bobby. See, you've changed your name. Good deal. Mahomes. If you have Mahomes, you're demolishing that every week. 121.9. That ain't happening. And then we got that Boaster Coaster undefeated versus Stranger Danger. Aaron Rodgers. He's giving out mustache rides, but other than that, I don't know how much football he's been playing. But if he gets going, he should destroy 109. But he may start wins. Who knows? We'll see. The keepers versus Jacob. I mean, Mac only drafts keepers, guys. So, I mean, 123. I feel like these projections are low. 113. That might be good on him with Dak. Who knows what he's going to do this week against a good defense. So, and then we have the Battle of 0 and 3s. In this one, I don't know what my computer's doing, but a Battle 0 and 3s. We got a couple of those going on this week. It'll be fun to watch those. Oh no, we only have one. We've got that one, and so we're guaranteed somebody getting a win here. It'll be interesting to see if they meet their projections. We could have a rookie head-to-head battle here. And then we get the reigning champ and the commish, Brooks, who has gone out with the G word, busted out the G word. He's guaranteeing a win here. It'll be fun to watch that just because he guaranteed a win. But anyways, let's have a good week 4 and talk to y'all next week.